China is a country which depends its economy based on trade, and that trade is to the rest of the world, and that's why China wanted to have the regional connectivity through China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, economic integration, and that too with the region, and lastly, to develop and promote investment, trade, and logistical cooperation. But I would like to let you know that there is a framework, and that framework which had started in 2015, it will continue all the way until 2025. And the way it has been characterized, it was the phase 1, which was early harvest project, and in that particular phase, we were able to alleviate the power crisis. Remember the 12 and 18 hours of load shedding, but alhamdulillah, now we don't have that, and also we have adequate power to develop the industry. So the major crises were completed, and that phase was over. Then the second phase, this is the phase we are right now, and phase 2 is also part of that, and it is characterized at period of expansion and development. And that is where, inshallah ta'ala, we are going to be bringing industrial revolution in this country. And thirdly, between 2025 to 2030, it's going to be period of maturity, and that is going to be providing the mechanism for sustainable economic growth, and CPEC will provide a leadership role in developing this economic corridor. And that's the reason it is called, it is the flagship project. It is, and with that, as far as Gwadar is concerned, it is jewel in the crown. Now, what we have achieved as part of the phase 1, $25 billion investment have already been achieved or realized in the country. More than 5,300 megawatt power generation is up and running. And for the first time in Pakistan, 660 kV transmission line, which is a very long line, 880 kilometers, that has been developed and already implemented. Almost 3,500 megawatt of project are at the last stage of completion, and inshallah in next 3 to 6 months they will be up and running. And also important to mention that close to 4,000 megawatt are in the planning stage, and they are going to be implemented in phase 2. But now the focus is going to be on environmentally friendly projects, and there are a number of hydel projects which are in the advanced stage of finalization. So in the first phase, which we have completed, basically there were 3 areas. Energy and power, that's why we have so much power generation in the country. Then the other one is the infrastructure, and the third one is the development of Gwadar port. Because that is where from Xinjiang all the way to Gwadar, the trade will take place, and from there we are inshallah going to having the connectivity with Middle East, with Europe, Africa, and rest of the world. As regards the infrastructure was concerned, 1,800 kilometers of new motorways, highways, and urban mass transit has been completed, and I'm talking about the Orange Line in Lahore. 820 kilometers of optical fiber has already been laid. That is from Xinjiang all the way, not Xinjiang, from Punjab Pass all the way to Rawalpindi. Then in Gwadar, an international airport is under advanced stage of construction. This is $230 million project, and almost 30% it has been completed. And we are very confident in, inshallah, first or second quarter of next year, it will be up and running. Then the major upcoming infrastructure projects, you must have been hearing about ML1. This is the railway connectivity from Peshawar to Karachi. There have been some heads up, but alhamdulillah, in the last visit of Prime Minister, a lot of discussion has taken place, and I have recently heard from Chinese side that inshallah very soon it will also get into the execution. And then another very, very important project, Karachi Coastal Development Zone. It is a joint venture between KPT and CRBC of China. It is going to be bringing a paradigm shift in that area of Karachi, and very, very elaborate scope. And also one thing which is very important, and that is relocation of poor resident of Machar colony, and they will be relocated in very modern kind of residences. Then the other outcome in the industrial cooperation, I don't dwell too much time, because 9 special economic zones, although there are 22 special economic zones, but the economic zones which are under the purview of CPEC, there are 9, and out of those at the moment we are focusing on 5. 4 special economic zones, 1 each in province, which is Dhabeji, Rashakai, Lama Iqbal Industrial City, and Bostan and Quetta. But the very important one is the Gwadar Free Zone. The phase 1 was only 60 acres, but then the Prime Minister inaugurated the second phase, which is 37 times bigger than the phase 1, over 2,200 acres. And that is after receiving so much interest from the Chinese investors who are contemplating to relocate their industry in Gwadar so that they should be able to start exporting from there, and that is in line with our requirement as well. And also, using this opportunity, I would like to alleviate this perception that CPEC is only China-centric. It is not. Because even right now, there are investors from USA, from Germany, from UK, from Canada, Netherlands, and of course, number of SMEs type of investors, and there are close to 18 and 19 who have already invested in Islam Iqbal zone. And we have the opportunity to bring them to Islamabad to meet Prime Minister, and over $1 billion investment has already been realized. So the message I wanted to leave with these participants that CPEC is open to all the investors from all over the world. Many investors come and visit my office, and their starting question is that create opportunity for our investors also. And I would always tell them that who told you that CPEC is only for China? And as I said, that even from Chinese perspective, it is the regional connectivity, and that's the reason we keep on telling them. And I would like to announce here that we are trying to have an international conference in Islamabad. You will be given the invitation also, and the idea is to disseminate exactly what CPEC is all about, what kind of fiscal incentives are there, what are the status of readiness of special economic zone where such investments could be made. Moving on, given my 4 decades of corporate background, when I was given this opportunity, I really sat with my team, although I have a very limited team, and undoubtedly we work very closely with BOI, that we need to have a vision, and I would like to share that vision. And this vision really reflects what this country needs, and it reads as follows: accelerate socio-economic development of Pakistan by bringing industrial, technological, agriculture revolution through Chinese investment and transfer of technology. So there are 3 fundamental pillars of this vision. And with that vision, we have developed the strategy to develop it and take it into the execution. What it will do? 3 things: import substitution, export orientation, and creating so much employment opportunities. And there are going to be in variety of sectors, and the passion with which I am trying to really develop all those concepts or ideas into the execution, that inshallah we would like to make Pakistan a manufacturing hub. And that